how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Adrian Bernabé shapes the shoot. Goal! Palmer! Into the lead once more. How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Ribery. And that interception was most necessary. Out towards the flank. Portugal are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Tries from a long way out. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Palmer, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Batistuta. Adrian Bernabé. Adrian Bernabé. Nice sequence of passes, this. Threads one in. And there's the end of the first half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. And the action is back on the way.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Gets a good foot in there. Oh, that's a key interception. Adrian Bernabé has created one goal already. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. He's gone for goal! Bastoni wins the duel this time. Now it's Van Basten. Still they trail and time is ticking away. Oh, this looks sharp. Van Basten looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, this defence now knows that they have to reduce his movement because they've allowed him to run free.
Bastoni. Hernandez looks to get on the end of this. Now Richie. Ribery. Quarter of an hour into the second half. That's rather hopeful. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. This looks promising. Now it's Cutrone, and it's made its way to him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Driving forward. Has a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Corner number 2 then. Çalhanoğlu plays it short. Crosses it. He gets big! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Adrian Benabe. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Cutrone. Now, can they get him away? Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Played out towards the right wing. Çalhanoğlu hurtling down that right flank. And that was very necessary. Nicked it back promptly. Ricci. That's a pretty loose pass. And he's forced to go back. And it's Batistuta. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nagatomo is always looking to play quality balls. Hernandez. Looking to play him in. Brilliantly cut out.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Substituição para Portugal. Número 20. Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 5. Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
Portugal must do something here, and very quickly.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Portugal have reached the now or never stage.
Parma really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries to pass it through. And he's there to belt it away. Well, they've got it again. Chooses to go crossfield. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Portugal can look back at this result with regret. A front... Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Played out, there's the shot! That's another chance! And he's done it!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. It's there! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He shifted it to the flank. Inter Milan are already two behind. Awful start. Bastoni. Yildiz. Bastoni. Batistuta might just make this. And it's made its way to him. He's found the way through. Now there's a fine ball. He's having a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all.
Shot a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And this is Batistuta. He's shifting through the gears. Real chance! Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tomori gets a foot in here. Ribéry. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Inter Milan already looking up at the vast mountain they've been left to climb. Lookman. He might be in here! And the shot's on here. Corner then. He's got tall. He will be livid with himself. Well, that has not gone well.
Inter are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's a good run down the left. Takes aim. Terrific header! Just needed better contact. Half an hour played now. Pass is just off target. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Lookman going face-to-face with his great rival. It's a pretty loose pass. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Ribery. Now it's Inzaghi. And that could set him on his way. Not much subtlety about that challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Yildiz. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Inter Milan have their second corner now. A header! And now they can spring out of defence. Ribery. Filippo Inzaghi with 2 goals already to his name.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cafu. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Lookman! Great football, shot and save. It's their second corner of the game. That's the keeper's ball. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Nagatomo. Time and again they are repelled. Lookman! Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So this to extend their lead. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
A picture of...
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing. And we're off again. Inter Milan didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Hernandez. Lookman. Tomori gets across to intercept that. Batistuta. Rabiot. Now it's Inzaghi. Rabiot. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Ribery. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Batistuta. Rabiot. Ball played for Lookman. Spread out to the left. Lookman. Filippo Inzaghi. Yildiz. Ricci. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Tomori.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Rabiot. Lookman. And he cuts out the supply. Ricci. Ribery.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Lookman. Looking to play him in. Quality ball. Batistuta. Yildiz. Stefan de Vrij. That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, good spread. Lookman. Ricci. Costa Curta cuts it out. Rabiot. Lookman. Goes looking wide. Zaccagni. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Batistuta. Yildiz. That is lovely.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 10. Lascia il campo per il numero 23. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Brilliantly cut out. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Cafu is in a really good position out wide. Ricci. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Lovely feet. Just about up to 75 minutes. Zaccagni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Passing is crisp and sharp.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6.
So, third corner of the game.
Numero 20. Numero 4.
Deftly away.
Sono in campo per il numero 18.
Costa Curta. Chance. There's the header!
Cambio di giocatori.
Inter Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Short changes him with that pass. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. And he's had a hit! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Viene sostituito con il numero 3. Attenzione,
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Van Basten, Batistuta, and he's running through, and the shot! It's loose now, and they want to get it back.
Inter are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence, or attack, for that matter.
5 minutes left on the clock. Martinez. No foul, says the referee. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Tomori proves just a little bit too strong. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Di Marco receives it in a wide position. 2 minutes to be added on. Spread it left. Now it's Okafor. And it's Hernandez. Hernandez with the delivery. Tomori getting this one clear. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And that's it. Inter Milan cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable. And so we reach a fork in the road. Fortunes can turn either way from this point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Inzaghi is flagged offside. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but...
He's having a shot! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
So, a breakthrough already. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. He'll fancy himself from here. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Çalhanoğlu! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
McTominay.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lookman looking to penetrate opposition lines.
Lookman really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple.
That's good defensive concentration.
And here's Van Basten. Takes a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Batistuta actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bastoni unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Goes down, but nothing given. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Zakanyi is fouled. And that's going to be a booking. Oh, good save. He's read that very well. And he gets rid in a hurry. And the volley. It's loose now and they want to get it back. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And this is Batistuta. Çalhanoğlu. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And he plays one through. And it's made its way to him. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And Tomori. Some really good ball movement. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Lookman. Can he get it through? Not the most accurate pass. Çalhanoğlu picks it up from the goal kick. Van Basten. Now it's Barella. And he's found a way past. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Çalhanoğlu.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Lookman. Lookman touches it back. And he's well positioned here. Inzaghi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
It's their second corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. He's gone for goal! A real chance and a real let-off.
Costa Curta probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Half-time getting close now. And this is Van Basten. No, again there's no way through. Cafu. Barella. And it's Van Basten. He's beaten the last man. And this goes for a shot! It's in! Inter are back in business. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, well played. And that is a little undercooked. Inzaghi! He's scored! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And we hit half-time. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And we're underway again.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
It's Inzaghi! And that is quite wonderful! A finish of true class! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. It was the crispest of hits, he just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Now it's Batistuta. Çalhanoğlu. Barella charging forward, the ball at his feet. Barella. McTominay does well to get it back. Driving forward. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Van Basten. Great ball if he can get there. He's through. Batistuta! Yes, it's there! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. 2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Inter Milan get themselves back into contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Goes forward. Now he's off and running. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. It's Van Basten! Inter Milan have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
And this is Van Basten. And he was alert to it. Now, can they get him away? Çalhanoğlu. Costa Curta. Now it's Van Basten. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Zaccagni. Barella. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Costa Curta. And Tomori. McTominay. And it's Batistuta. Van Basten. And this is Ribery. Barella.
Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Zaccagni. And this is Inzaghi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Inzaghi. Ribery. Van Basten, who has set up 2 goals. Oh, easy pickings there. Inter Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Zaccagni. Cafu. Now Costa Curta. Barella. Plays it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Cleared away. There's the header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Now it's Batistuta. Çalhanoğlu.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Chips it through. De Vrij deals with that comfortably. Çalhanoğlu. So that's it. It is all over. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins... Well, here comes a crunch game. So much depends on this. Expectation and nerve. It is indeed a heady mix. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And we're underway. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proved positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Comes under pressure and it's come loose. Now it's Van Basten. Çalhanoğlu. That is good strength. Platini. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Batistuta, and that's been intercepted. Can he get it through? And the through ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rijkaard. Lookman! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
And we have our very first corner. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Nagatomo. And it's Nagatomo. Rijkaard was in no mood for any of that. Rijkaard. And he's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Inter Milan still without a single shot on target. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Bastoni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Stefan de Vrij has been sent off. Oh, fantastic from Platini! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first moment of real significance.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Ricci kept his eye on it, and he's there. Lookman! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Rijkaard. Platini receives it in a good position here. Platini unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's Nagatomo. And here's Batistuta. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Now that's well seen too. Inter Milan finding their passes. Ribéry gets to show off his quick feet. Barella did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
And it's made its way to him. And the keeper beats it away. Lookman could move up a gear here. Oh, that looks a good ball through. And he's managed to get free. Big Big chance! He's had a shot! And that would have been some goal.
Platini can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Platini. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. Corner number 3 coming up. They've played it short. Otto tries a cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Ribery.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Chance, surely! It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that is... And the first half is done. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Inter are very much up against it, and that's given the manager a real headache as to how to get his players to regain focus during half-time. He's going to have to get amongst the players and really lift them to produce something close to the best football if they're going to salvage this.
Attenzione, un cambio.
And the second half gets underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And the finish! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's beautifully weighted. And it's hoisted clear. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Chelhanoglu. Barella.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Nicely shaped ball. Good take, and is he in?
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Inter Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Acerbi cuts it out. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Ribery. And Ribery! Keeper gets just about enough of it.
Inter are stuck in a rut, and impatient pots at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Rijkaard, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. That's a lovely, neat pass. That's a cute ball. Chance! Oh, fantastic from Platini! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Players Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Platini really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He's found a way through. Rijkaard.
Yildiz really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Inter Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Ribéry. And here's Van Basten. And he's only too happy to take that back. Great vision. Big chance! Goal! And that was his 20th goal for this team.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Well, they have a goal, but it is surely too much to hope for a comeback. Odo. That is good alertness. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Platini. Oh, shooting chance! And it's come back out to him. It's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
It's become a case of men against boys. Ribéry. Ribéry. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Now, can they get him away? Oh, no question, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Cambio di giocatori.
Odo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Bremer. Barella. Odo. Rijkaard. Kosunu tries making a foray down the right. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Van Basten. Çalhanoğlu. Played into space out wide. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Could be danger here. Threads one in. Shapes to shoot! And one more try! And it's in! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
They're still trying to make a game of this. Oh no, it's an own goal!
No, I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Inter Milan are beaten and they are out. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, what can I say, Peter? It seemed like the enormity of the task got...
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The action has already started. Roberto Baggio! Oh, it's hit the post! Oh, this looks sharp. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Over to the left. Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Great vision. Van Basten. Van Basten! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And it's Van Basten. He's having a go! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Now it's Rafael Leao. And here's Ribery. Çalhanoğlu. It's Çalhanoğlu! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Not the most accurate pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Van Basten. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. And it's Ribery. Now it's Batistuta. Good ball, good take. Batistuta. Short changes him with that pass. Gives it back. Van Basten.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He rises! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And it's Ribéry. Out towards the flank. Ribéry. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's got away. Oh, that's fabulous. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Barella. Çalhanoğlu. Barella. Batistuta. Tries a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. There it is! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Inter Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Bastoni. And it's Ricci. Batistuta. Now it's Barella. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Now it's Ribéry. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And we have our very first corner. Platini goes short. And he whips it in. Back in once more. Nagatomo gets it away. Oh, that's neat. Looking for the run. And this is Ribéry. Platini. And he won't reach that. Ribéry. Nagatomo. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's found a way through. Rafael Leao. Rafael Leao powering forward here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's DiMarco. DiMarco carries the ball down the right. And this is Çalhanoğlu. And that's gone route one. And here's Ribéry.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Looking for options for movement. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Inter Milan get the ball rolling in the second half. Van Basten. Now it's Barella. There they go, hunting in packs. He's having a shot! And it's a goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Inter Milan take the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Rafael Leao. Oh, well played, well played. It's a pretty loose pass. Ribery. Chalhanoglu. And it's Nagatomo. Pavlovic. Bastoni, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. It's Ribery. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Great ball, and he's in here. And this is batted. Decent chance! An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Driving on and making good progress. Nicely weighted ball. DiMarco.
That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken. Too close for comfort. No, he's not getting any further than that. Nagatomo is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Passing nice and neat. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Chalhanoglu. Nagatomo looking to get on the end of this. Oh, sweet feet. Nagatomo to big header! Oh, he's hit the bar! And it's Barella. Platini. Oh, real chance to break. And that could set him on his way.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Batistuta could try cutting inside here. Rafael Leao. To Barella. Platini.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Nagatomo. Ribery. Rafael Leao wins the duel this time. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, super find. Shoots! And another try! Brilliant from Leao! He's got himself an absolute peach. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
Now it's Van Basten. Van Basten touches it back. He's under a lot of pressure there. McTominay. Well, what about it? So close to victory, and it has got away. Ricci. That's a good ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Swings in across. Corner.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Oh, shooting chance! And he's following up. Oh, it's in! Late in the day, this could well be it! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Inter Milan take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
Batistuta is onto it in a flash. Paredes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Soulé. And that is that. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Inter can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for them, and they showed real character to get the job done. A big statement for anyone who might be up next.
My thanks to Jim. Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world, and we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected. There is Franck Ribéry, just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack, but he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Yeah, double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like that.
And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Nicely weighted ball. Good read, needed to be. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And this is Batistuta.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Terrific header! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Turns and goes back, he's having a go! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping!
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Looking for the run. Well read, nice interception. Inter Milan are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for...
Roberto Baggio is on his own. And he's heaved it away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that was vital. Çalhanoğlu. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Barella. Ricci.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Played out wide. Spread neatly. Big header! Goal! Inter! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
And it's Ribéry. Well, that is one way to stop him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Baggio. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Barella. Played out to the right. Can he get it through? And he welcomes it in. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Half an hour played now. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And he's taking no chances there. Played Plays a sharp little ball here, and he was alert to it. Oh, super! And Ribery! Oh, how's that for a goal? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. AC Milan are all square. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this...
Can he finish? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Fired deep to... He gets big! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, terrible pass. Van Basten is flagged offside. Ricci. Van Basten. Distributed tidily. Lovely, now then. Little pass back. Barella. He's on it, can he get away? Backward it goes.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he?
And this could be the final action of the first half. And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Hernandez. And that is a little undercooked. Batistuta! It's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish. And we've reached half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far, I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Inter Milan head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 9. Numero 7. Ribery.
So off we go once more.
Il campo per il numero 11.
And no, he's seen through all of that.
Una sostituzione.
Searching pass he's played there. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Tomori. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Batistuta proves just a little bit too strong. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now it's Okafor. That's a sharp pass. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's there to retrieve it. Inter Milan do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
And it's Batistuta. Van Basten. Chelhanoglu. Here's Rafael Leao. Barella. Well, that has not gone well. He's found a way through. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, what a climb! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. DiMarco tries to play it through. Platini. Rafael Leao. Ribery. Inter Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Good chance here! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Here's Rafael Leao.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Van Basten. Chelhanoglu. Now, can they get him away? That's very neat. Barella. Over to the left. Great vision. Hernandez makes the interception. Chelhanoglu. Okafor. Now that looks a decent ball. Lofted it. He rises! Oh, it's there! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Aimed beyond the defence. Nagatomo has it in a wide position.
Inter surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's made its way to him. Batistuta's cross. Tomori clears it away. Look at this, and the shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Takes aim, and the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Yildiz gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Batistuta. And the counter is on. Can he get on the end of this? Rafael Leao. There's the shot! Yes, it's there! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
Okafor, shot, real chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! That is lovely. That's good defending in numbers.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for...
Goes for a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So to clarify, extra time will follow.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Stern test this for the endurance, for the character of the players as we head into extra time. Inter Milan conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Now it's Batistuta. Okafor receives it in a good position here. Batistuta. That's the keeper's ball. DiMarco. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Yildiz. Yildiz will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Chance to deliver. But that is good defending. It's been repelled. Batistuta. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. McTominay. Inter Milan finding their passes. Yildiz. DiMarco could try cutting inside here. Oh, smashing header! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Bastoni promptly onto that, and that is that. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. DiMarco. And here's Van Basten. Knocks it into space. We've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23. Numero 95.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes? This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Okafor. And it's Michel Platini. And here's Batistuta.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Platini. Looking to play him in. De Winter cuts it out. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mkhitaryan. Looking for options for movement. Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's been cut out, well played. Threads one in. Okafor. Decent chance! Oh, it's gone in! They have stolen level at the last! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Van Basten. Oh, good taking. He's having a shot! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! That was easy, almost too easy. And time is up. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Signore e signori, preparate I biglietti. È ora di annunciare I vincitori dell'estrazione di oggi.